that finishes our overview because tomorrow we will be having our grand finals. We'll also be having our semifinals. So we'll do 2 semifinal best of threes and then a grand final best of 3 with also a third place best of 3 in between there, the meat to our best of 3 sandwich, as it were.
I believe exactly the same rule for all those matches. And if you just have a 5-0, one more round, then the second half will just end one of the best of 3.
Well, let's go ahead and get forward into our next series. This is AoeXe coming out from Russia, and then Pantawalon from Peru, representing Latin America. So let's go ahead and get it started here. This is on our newest map in the map pool, so it is going to be a little bit interesting to see how our players have adapted since seeing this map earlier on today.
So far, AoE holding their chances next to the A bypass.
Yeah, I think the predominant thing that we saw is that teams want to split up very definitively, go 4-man one way or another. Not exactly what we see here. Also, ladders are very dangerous. We see exactly why right there. These games are going to go very, very quickly, or at least that's the way. It looks like that's the way the teams want to play it. Already a 3-on-2, Pantawalon down.
Unless you have the perfect angle to make your own here, Dunker. The last one for PTW. Pantawalon lost in a dangerous zone as still. Do you remember not really planting the bomb? Now they're holding in the C4 right now.
Dual AoeXe 93s. Is that what he needs? Everybody knows where he is. Holy
that's
headshots, Batman. That is an insane way to break around the corner. He's going to go a scope through it, but ultimately does get taken out there. Blue team was completely annihilated, and the bomb plant goes down. A great round for AoeXe.
Had to start off the match here,
Yeah.
as they were slowly approaching in, just having some trade. Good grenade as defense, and also 2 kills here. Also after the plant.
Whoa, gotta run away from that one. There's a counter frag out, or a smoke, I guess.
Make sure, yeah, just making sure the grenade actually made it move away, and then in the meantime, they pushed it well enough to get the final kill. And that's the real teamwork really comes in. You have to at least use your grenades to maximum value.
Man, it's like watching Spider-Man just crawling all over those boxes, trying to get the high ground, get the angle, the advantage over everybody on the low ground. And for right now, AoeXe do have that advantage. They've claimed the A-Bob site and will go for a plant.
See, once again, and they are outnumbering them so hard. Barney this time, trying to go towards the B.
Yeah, I thought they were going to go for a plant there. Turns out they want to wait just a little bit more, go for the kill instead, and I think that makes a lot of sense. Barney, he's going to have the god aim here. We've seen great shots earlier on, but he's not going to have it. Goes for the reload, but it's not a good time for it. And he gets taken out. That's 2-0 for AoeXe.
AoeXe actually looking for the second place. It seemed like it was really hard, but right now, they have been taking games rounds after rounds so far. 2 rounds in.
It's still going to be a difficult price or to ask, especially since Pantawalon, if they win this, they're in contention for first. But they do have to win, and AoeXe are giving them a run for their money. So on a newer map, of course, it's one of the interesting characteristics of this map is that it's very important to control both kind of long and short ranges. Long, of course, right across the middle, but not always something that is contested, especially if teams decide to make really decisive rotations 4-man at a time. Right now, that is devastation. Pantawalon walk in and get caught with their pants down, get taken out. AoE just busted them right, left, and center under a minute to their victory in the 3rd round in a row.
Even if they had the 2nd floor, they were down in all members from A side, so wasn't lost in lots of options as already a 3-0 coming out of our. Ooh, look at this! As Province seems to be the the map that causes the upsets. In terms, it's actually going towards the opposite way of our expectations.
Underpass slope where the teams will be kind of meeting up. Freed, he was the sniper player last time, but he's not running that this time around. Glad to see that things have substantially changed since the last time we saw AoE.
Yeah,
Chris's.
This map pretty hard.
Yeah, there's only like a couple of angles, and only if your opponents decide to run right up center.
Yeah, only the center, and no one actually comes out to the center unless they are super outmanning.
or their rotations just like really don't work out and they have to make an emergency move. But at that point, yeah, you've got bigger problems. But kind of sad this isn't a sniper map. We've only seen one of those so far. But regardless, we're seeing great rotational play here. AoE all of a sudden just looked like a totally different team. Like you said, they are absolutely making it to contest for that second place.
So going in, we'll get charging. Great headshot.
Oh my god, beautiful shots there. And that's going to make it a 2-on-2 to close things out here. So this is the best chance that Pantawalon have to turn things around. Going for a plant right now. AoE want to start that clock ticking.
But not the right one. B-side already has the bomb in. Dunker in position and is heard from the enemy, but just buying time because his teammate is coming around and slowly approaching in.
That is a great angle for Dunker to have up top. Fader underneath, though, needs to come in at the exact same time. Can they coordinate this? Do they have the angle? One nice shot goes off. Fader with the kill. Z trying to come around the corner and may look to climb up, but he's going to need to get these kills there. Can't find them. Pantawalon find a round of their own for the first time this series.
Great comeback after the C4 has been planted. I believe one of the top could have actually stole a little bit more time. Maybe was just confident that he could actually use the angle to have an earlier headshot, but he was the one caught in all that damage. So with that, Pantawalon will come back into the series, taking their first ever round. Sometimes it seems almost impossible, even though you are supposed to win. When you're dropping so many rounds after round, you just do not feel the same after you win.
Oh, nice peek around the corner there. Theo does claim a nice kill. It's a 1 for 2 exchange, so good for AoeXe. They do need to keep it moving, though. Phosphor Dunker now actually trying to make his way over towards that underpass slope, but he can't quite find it. Think so. Sorry, everything's kind of spinning around. It's hard for me to keep total track of it all. But running back in to the blue spawn, trying to reset and see which direction they want to go.
Yeah, does have A already in plant and in position for everyone.
Very fast plant here from AoeXe.
Yeah, one in back street, one near the A site, one near the bypass even. So every cover, every angle possible option covered.
Oh, mows down one, but can't get the others. An insta win there off the engaged AoeXe. Take their fourth round and are poised to win the first half.
Pantawalon is supposed to be the biggest contestant, but in province here so far, AoE, how dominant it is. They will actually close out the first half if they get one more round right now, only giving 1 point to Pantawalon.
That would be very impressive, and yeah, that would guarantee them the victory. But I don't know, G-Cliff. I do think Pantawalon has a lot of life left in them. They are playing this phase very slowly. I think one of the biggest characteristics of Province is not only the long versus short range, if you decide to come up the side of the middle, but also that defender's advantage is very pronounced because you have it's so easy to run to either A or B. But you do have to pick the right side. It currently looks like Blue are spread out a little bit, one center and a couple more off towards B.
PBW picking up the kills as they make the big rotation towards that B site. It's knocked off 3 to 3 at the moment. Still one blue in the B bombing site. Has to take that out if they actually want to force and go in. Oh, actually going around all the way.
Yeah, AoeXe is really committing to this flank. Gonna go all the way back through red spawn? Really? Oh my god, he is wrapping around the entire map just to try to get a flank. Now Z moving forward, trying to keep an eye on exactly where, right up front and center. AoeXe, now he's made his way all the way through red spawn. He's gonna come back around, looking to press up towards A.
Just making sure they do have some time still. 1:15 left very soon. That's 3v3. They want to remove some threats for them. Center being out and being damaged from long far away.
Oh no, Z. Oh, he's gonna get bopped as he tries to poke up the stairs. A beautiful bait. Now it's Raiden. Pretty low health, only 33 left. He's gonna peek around the corner here, but can he find the man he's looking for? Trying to come around, gets the drop, and gets taken out there. Oh man, Pantawalon are going to win this round. Immediately, Raiden has to go for the plant, but he can't get it down in time. A blue team win keeps Pantawalon's hopes alive.
4-2. We're going closer to that magic number 5. We'll be still a little bit away. Actually, There's also AoE having great timing of push, and so far PTW not really being able to defend it as well, because of their tempo and how they're pressuring into the bypass here. At B bypass, they have been losing that oftentimes again and again. Even A bypass, they can't really go have one someone really defend too much. We haven't really got to see too much about what's happening on the A side, but oftentimes when there's a push on the B side as well, A side is broken into two. They have been losing. The blue side has been losing the fight into A side all the time. That's why they're falling so short.
Q and I think this corner is really going to decide a lot. If Freed walks out here, who's going to get the better shots? I think both players can hear each other. Is the frag going to be good enough? And it actually looks like Freed is forcing the retreat out of Pantawalon. Oh, no, comes around the corner, does get the shots, and he actually might find another one here. Freed could just be the architect of AoE success right here. Spray and Pray takes down another one. Freed just on fire, tied for most kills on his team.
Great grenade to make sure that the second floor jumps off and spraying right on top of her.
What?
Try to knife the ground, but it doesn't really work too
Ground
well.
wins every time, guys. Sorry to break it to you, but that's just the way it goes. Freed, too good for this world. Does climb into first place for his team. 8 frags so far over the 6 rounds that we have played. Looking for the final 5. Can AoE close it out? It's going to be Fader versus the world. No. AoE do win round or stage 1, phase 1, round 1. What are we calling this?
First half.
First half. There we go.
Not a soccer fan?
No.
Okay.
I think you mean football. G Clef. The event is in Brazil. I feel like we should call it football.
Football. Yes. Understand what you mean as AoeXe actually providing decent attacks. It was also Pantawalon being a little bit too aggressive as a blue side where you actually want to wait. And I didn't really get to catch who was actually staying on that A side the entire time, but was not really the greatest defense that we have seen. We often had 2 at least A side and the one nearby the center or nearby the back street for the backup.
Some nice high fives exchanged there in the AoeXe booth. They know that, yes, they did close it out. They did pick up 5 wins, but they gave away 2 losses, and that means 4 victories for AoE or for Pantawalon will give them a chance at first place and will take AoeXe out of the running to advance out of the group stage.
Let's see. Second half is coming very soon as we're just forming the new room. As we could see the lobby already, all the players in waiting.
Yep, just waiting for everybody to get back in, swapping sides here, and of course that's going to change a lot of the way that the teams play. This is a newer map, so I really do want to see what it looks like when you switch things up, because we've seen that really make a lot of difference. Some teams, they struggle on offense, but defense is just rock solid, and it looks like, as we can see on their screens, they are finished loading in. We should be loading into our second half.
Very soon, as they are all getting prepped up for the second half. Here we go. This time, AoE on the blue side.
Yep, 3-2 split there for Pantawalon. AoE going to 3-2 as well, but on the opposite side there, both players finally meeting each other right up in the center. And it looks like Fader taking a little bit of damage there from our opening frags there, but not as much as Freed, who gets taken out early. A 4-on-3, now a 4-on-4 as more kills keep coming through. 2 down for Pantawalon as their split is devastated. By, I guess Theo really had a lot to say about that, but now he might be the next casualty as the nade comes his way.
Yeah, may just be the way. PTW. Keep on getting confused.
PTWAMOE? I'm just trying to combine everything there. Phosphoro with a nice kill right up front and center. I'm looking for another one through the window, but thankfully Wizik is a little bit too smart to walk right through there. Barney and Phosphoro, the last 2 surviving members of Pantawalon. They do need to pick up a lot of wins in order to win this. 4 is the magic number for them. Need to start with the number 1.
And that's how you always start.
Oh, had a couple shots. Theo!
Oh, but
backstabbing! Beautifully played there. Phosphoro, the last surviving member, and I think he has a good chance here, G-Clef.
Theo, super low. Close to like 10 HP left. So single shot, along with Raiden. will just be 2 kills right off. Let's see how they want to actually bait this one out. They are trying to do so.
I think Raiden has revealed himself by crouching. I'm not sure exactly what the radius sense is on the sound for that, but you'll notice Phosphoro moving very, very closely up above. He does have to plant the bomb eventually, so that's got to come down. He's only got a minute left, so does need to plant that with haste.
Coming right in and gets the damage.
Oh, that's all he needed. Phosphoro knows he's got a big advantage right now. Going to rush. He does need to plant the bomb within the next 20 seconds. Can he get it down in time? Rushing for the A-bomb site.
Yes, very likely. It's going to be done in 2, 1. No. Decided not to plant because it's very risky. Planting right after will actually get caught himself. He stops himself from planting the bomb.
Yeah, that is a mission failure. Wow, little bit of a second life given there to AoE. They come up with a clutch kill at the end. Some indecision from Pantawalon takes them down a set, and they have a long way to go before they take first, or before they're even in contention for first place. First of all, they have to make sure they stay alive.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how weak your opponent is, how less of an HP your opponent has if you are planting the bomb, not having your gun in your hands at the moment, because you will die instantly just like that. And greatly done, and waiting for the perfect chance.
Aim duel does not go Pantawalon's way. They lose 1, lose 2, lose 3. Devastation already coming around the corner, and it just keeps getting worse. What happened here, G Club? AoeXe are on fire. A 50-second third round here on the second half, and ooh, starting to get some chills. Freed looking good. Z, their top fragger for every single game that they've played, also having a hot hand here in the second half. And I don't really see anybody from Pantawalon that can get anything going.
Yeah, see, the change is that they have Pantawalon. They have been focusing a little bit, but the central push from Bypass has already been out all the way to the center area from AoE. Has been really bothering them, actually annoying them in terms of how much map control they want to have. Buddy going from the other side,
he's got a great angle. Wait, how did he mess that up?
He actually died.
Yeah, how? Okay, he had a sick flank on AoE, but
and Wizik actually survived with like 2 HP.
I guess it's the flick shots, man. Wizik the Wizard turning it around in a seemingly impossible situation. Does not get kept crouched up on. Like, I'm not locked in here with you.
Phosphoro only having 1 HP left.
It appears as if Pantawalon are locked in here with AoE. They don't want to be. Bomb is planted. 40 seconds left here, and they've got a great shot at, AoE have a great shot. Not anymore, maybe. Pantawalon trying to defend, and now, Phosphoro. 1 HP and 1 dream.
And that will be pretty tough. Of course, on
Wait,
to the
what?
defense again.
No way. No! No! It's not possible!
It is possible.
Dude, the dream! No.
The goes down and does have more than enough time to defuse all the way.
GG, blue team win, and that's 4 wins for AoE. Pantawalon have 1 last shot. If AoE can take this down, or can take down a 4th and then a 5th win, they're just out of the tournament totally. Well, not totally, but it's going to be a really rough spot for them to finish in second.
AoE actually already won. Pantawalon only securing 2 games. So they've already won the match here, as they will secure 3 points for themselves, as they also need to take as many as possible, because all the lost games, lost rounds will count to the tiebreak. We may actually come down to the tiebreak rules if this happens. Already a bomb. Slowly approaching to the A site.
Yeah, coming around the corner. It's a little bit deceptive there with the hollows, but oh, the last second clutch insta-jibs there, and Pantawalon come up with a big win.
Finally, from the red side, will continue on their streak. Will finally get to start their streak after the first half.
It's weird seeing. There's 2 ways of looking at this. It's 1st to 5, but we still play all at least 10 games. So it's hard to keep track of who is or isn't ahead. But AoE will win the round overall. Pantawalon just fighting for points.
That's right at the moment, my team. losing 2, almost 3.
Oh man, big frags coming in. Pantawalon are just walking into them, and now they're just gonna go down very dominantly. And wow, AoeXe, that just it doesn't look much better than that. They are on a hot streak, and I mean one more win, and they're gonna close out in one of the more dominant series that we've seen all day.
See, as grenade being thrown. Only one more for AoE. Will close out. There's a kill. First kill from the red side. Onto feed. And second one. They're pushing all the way in. A good trade onto 1, but 1v4 already. They're going diving in A or B, whichever side they want to choose. The final one does pick up a kill. Still a 3v1, right? And very low in HP. Only 7 remaining.
Keeping an eye. Oh, Raiden gets taken out instantly. He had almost no HP, so that's gonna do it. Another win for Pantawalon. What? They're kind of firing up the burner a little bit late here, G-Clef, but they're doing okay. Still picking up wins. AoeXe struggling to close it out.
All they need is one more round, as they have already. AoeXe has secured their win already against this matchup.
Still, game not over, but still Luxie having some thoughts. Won't have him anymore because he doesn't have a brain attached to his body to think them. Coming around the corner, Barney! Oh, misses the 1v1. Gets the drop is got on him. And that's going to do it. Closing it out. Right as I said, it was difficult. AoeXe say no, and they'll take their second 5 in the second half.
And they actually scored 10. 10-4. 10-4 against
winning both halves.
Pantawalon. So they will actually score lots of points here, as well as the round points. How many is that? Let's see. They dropped 2.
Yep, we'll go ahead and tally everything up here.
And 3. So, but they did win lots of games. So we do need another situation where actually Tokyo Striker either loses once again.
Very possible. They have their final map against
We'll have to do some math during the break time.
Right. So that is our job. We are going to figure out all of that and see exactly what our points look like, what our brackets look like. Because, G-Clef, we have only 2 more rounds coming up.
Yeah, 2 more matches, of course, going back to Luxville with Juventus and
Vengeance.
Yeah, Vengeance.
I really want to see Vengeance play there. That should be a good game, but Vengeance should still have an advantage there. But I think big hugs in the audience. You got to know that AoeXe are feeling very, very good. It looked a little bit rough for them. They had to start versus a couple of very strong teams. But in the end, they pull it back and they pick up a big win versus Pantawalon.
And only 2 matches remaining. Will be going back to Luxville once again. And so far, Blue and Wraith on the Luxville has been the dominating factor. Let's see how far they actually want to go here, as we're having some lots of audience still at the venue. It's been a long time, though.
Dude, if there's somebody in that audience that stayed there all day long, those are the true super fans. Shout out to you guys. Also, if you've been watching online for the entirety of our broadcast, then pretty big fan of you as well. Get a mini little heart there thrown your way. Thanks for coming out and tuning in to our Point Blank World Challenge 2018 broadcast. It's been great to have you all along for the ride. It's been great to have you along for the ride too, G-Clef.
Yep, me too. Only 2 matches remaining, and
that's right.
We'll wrap up the long first day, and of course we will also explain what are some of the differences between day 1 and day 2. We'll have a different format, different game rules also. So let's see who comes up on top after the entire round robin. Only 2 more. One from Group A, one from Group B, I believe. Yes.
You are correct, G-Clef.
Yes.
Well, coming up next, like G-Clef said earlier, we've got Juventus facing off against Vengeance from Indonesia. One of the most dominant teams, or most dominant nations, just very, very much more domination there from that general area. So very excited to watch them play for Juventus. They need to prove that they belong in their group right now. They're the second place team from Brazil, and because it's the host nation, they get 2 teams to play. But they lost earlier in their round, and for the Indonesian representatives, Vengeance, they just look so good. So really, really will be impressed to see if they can, with a victory here in the next round, qualify out of Group B in first place. That's
Yeah,
what's
that's
on the
right.
line.
Even against Plan B.
Mhm.
Plan B actually took a lot of points off of Juventus. So Juventus really need to come back strong in this game if they want to survive and advance to the next day. If there are only 3 teams in Group B,
Right,
and if you fail to make it to the next day, oh man,
it's
that's
just really heartbreaking because
I
you're so
know.
close and yet so far. All you have to do is not be the lowest team in
Mhm.
Group A or in Group B, and you advance. So it's not even that you have to win all your
Yes, they
games.
do have to win
You
right
just
here.
have to not lose 2 games.
Yes, and bad news for them already. Plan B has been taking lots of maps.
Yeah,
Lots and lots
they've
of
looked
maps.
very, very good.
So Juventus, let's see if there are ways right now since we have some time here.
Yeah,
As-
we have some time to look over the brackets, and if you guys want more information on the brackets, make sure to stay tuned because when we come back, we'll share all of the bracket information, the standings, and update you when we head into our second to last, our Ultimate game of the night. So don't go anywhere.